Hello friends, back again. Not sure if you have seen the Ryozo Tsujimoto interview that has recently come out. It is on Capcom Unity. If you'd like to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description for the full interview. But I just want to talk about a few of the points that Shibata brings up in the interview. Shibata says, "What are the main themes and characteristics of this video game?" And Ryozo responds that the theme of this Monster Hunter is a Monster Hunter game that you can play anytime, anywhere, and with anyone you want. We wanted to make a Monster Hunter that would feel good on a portable console as well. I think this point, however basic it is, actually is a really great one to talk about because Monster Hunter Rise is a little bit misunderstood among some of the Monster Hunter community. A lot of people are upset that the game is kind of going backwards, quote unquote.
Switch has worse graphics than PS4 that's moving backwards! Iceborne's over, what will I play?
They're worried that this game is not as high quality as Iceborne or Monster Hunter World, but really, if they look at exactly what Ryozo is saying the game is for, it's a game that's supposed to be played on a portable console, so it can't be this entirely brand new fleshed out Monster Hunter game. However, it's exactly that. It is a brand new take on a Monster Hunter game, although it doesn't have as crisp of a resolution or amazing frames like Monster Hunter World or Iceborne. This game is still doing exactly what they intended it to do on the Nintendo Switch. One of the main characteristics is the fun traversal, be it using the Wirebug to climb and fly all over the map, or by riding a canine to run across the fields at high speed. That whole sentence right there is brand new to Monster Hunter. I mean, you could ride monsters in Monster Hunter Iceborne, but it wasn't to the extent that you could ride the doggos. This is an entirely new concept. Shibata says, "You've probably been playing the game a lot already, so what would you say is the thing that impressed you the most?" Ryozo said how good it feels to just move around. And that really is one of the best things in the demo, is just how it feels to move around is really spectacular. It's so much better than any other Monster Hunter game. This game, it just feels like all the weights have been lifted, and quite literally, because you can actually just Spider-Man everywhere now, which is very, very cool. And the weapons work extremely well with it. Ryozo says you can go a lot of places on the map. Just climbing up cliffs feels like a fresh and fun new experience. You can climb on top of mountains and then look down all the way below where you can see monsters roaming around. Just figuring out how to climb a big cliff in front of you can be a lot of fun. And that's true. I mean, when you first start and pick up the game, you don't really know a lot of the controls that well, so you do have to figure out just how to scale a cliff. And then you can actually go there, says Shibata. Ryozo says that's right, you can actually see within the boundaries of the map, you can probably go there. Now this is an interesting topic. Shibata asks, apparently there are a fair amount of people who think the Wirebug actions look complicated. Ryozo says it's a completely new feature, so it'll take some getting used to, but you don't have to whisk around the map right from the start. We made sure that the game is fun enough even without using the Wirebug. That is a really interesting point. I'm glad that they put the dogs in there because they made sure getting around the map is going to be easy even if you don't want to use the Wirebugs or don't have enough experience with the Wirebugs. The Wirebug can be used to attack monsters as well, so does that mean the player won't be expected to fully comprehend that immediately either? Which is an interesting question because I feel like it has more intent than really what is said. Ryozo says, that's right, if you manage to incorporate your Wirebug into your combos, your repertoire of moves will expand significantly. But what that means is you'll just have even more choices on top of the already rich amount of strategy you normally have. And that's a really good point because there is a lot of combos already for weapons, and these Wirebug moves, just add even more to that, which can be a good thing or can be even more overwhelming for newer players. They also talk about the Wirefall. It's a good move, and I feel like I'm not using that as much, honestly, as much as I should. And they also talk about the hunters speaking. So they said at Tokyo Game Show last year, you gave the world the first look at live gameplay, and it was quite interesting to hear hunters talk during quests now. Ryozo said, yeah, we've received a lot of positive feedback on that. At Tokyo Game Show, the player characters only spoke Japanese, but you can also change this to English or Monster Hunter language, and I think that is great. Monster Hunter has always kept true to the Monster Hunter language, and I love that. And having the Japanese voices is a really great addition as well. You can even adjust the frequency of the voices or turn them off altogether. So if you don't like the voices, you can just turn them off. If you like the voices, bada bing, bada boom. Well, friends, thanks for stopping by. Quick little video. Just wanted to talk about that interview, get some points out there, because I know there's a lot of interesting feedback going around about the game not living up to quite the same graphical fidelity as Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter Iceborne. You have to remember, this was specifically made for a portable console and for the experience that you can pause it and play it single player and play it with anybody. So there's a lot of factors going into this. Monster Hunter World was literally made to be beautiful, flashy, and multiplayer. So that was the whole idea behind that. And Shibata says, the next time I'll be paying a visit to the director, so maybe we'll get an interview from Ichinose-san soon. Anyway, just wanted to throw those things out there. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, friends.